We have a back arm, we have the flagpole, we have the top arm. This went through a lot of iterations, but the basic animation is just him bringing the pole towards us and away from us. Just for the algorithm's sake, because I know it loves it, this is my face. This is who's talking to you. I don't like doing this. This tilts towards us and away from us. There's not a lot of like movement left and right. It's just that, because I knew I could add a peg to all of this afterwards and make it a more complex movement, but I had to get the perspective shift right. I had to get the toward the camera and away from the camera right. And then I could add the peg to it, but now what you're going to see it do is it's going to have kind of a figure 8. Comes around and around, which really makes this very kind of like pleasing dimensional feel to it. It also helps with the perspective on the hands. It's subtle, but it's there. Again, it's just what it needs to be. The way that his head goes in front of and behind the pole, again, that's not real. There's no erasing. I'll hide the pole again. The way that we're doing that is those pegs that you can add movement to an entire layer, you can also add depth. So you can tell it to bring the head more towards the camera on these frames. And once the head tilts back, we start telling it to push the head behind the pole or away from the camera on those frames. So we're adjusting the depth. It's just a technical trick we would have erased if it was older style animation. And then one of the hardest things to do was to figure out the bumps on his back. So I simplified it by making there be fewer bumps than on a real alligator. They're just little eggs, and they're the same egg. I just copied and pasted them. And then I just kind of went through on the extreme moments based on that rough tail plan of where these cylinders are that we used to add that feeling of dimension to the tail. When it's on this side of the cylinder, the eggs get bigger. When it's on that side of a cylinder, the eggs get smaller. And then I just try to keep them moving up and down and matching the squash and stretch of the torso and the pelvis. That's really kind of all that is.